capture Simon EKPA, dead or alive. OHANAEZE send message to finance and Nigerian government. This one now the current headline that we have this morning, my dear people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you people, depending on where you are. You are welcome to this early Wednesday morning broadcast. Today happens to be the 12th day of April in the year of 2023. The same month, the month of celebration, the month of Easter. And I wish every of my fans out there, my viewers and subscribers, a happy Easter. And this week is complete happy Easter. I made it clear to everybody yesterday. So if you are hearing my voice this morning and you have not subscribed to my channel, please endeavor to do that as soon as possible. This case, this one don't pass, be careful, because the OHANAEZE Igbo in general, they don't send a signal. I be warning to Nigerian government and the finance government to capture Simon EKPA. Either he is dead or alive, because the guy is trying to cause another unrest and a civil war between Nigerian government and Biafran nation. So this is the headline that we have today. IPOB President Simon EKPA declares himself Biafran Prime Minister in exile, names Advisory Council, people who is going to work with him. Oh boy, this one is getting out of hand though. Hey, when I gave my news the other day and told them that this man have imposed himself the office of a prime minister, whereby we are still struggling to even stand. As it stands now, the Biafrans are standing with one leg up and one leg down. And someone have the audacity, temerity, and the effrontery to declare himself a prime minister of a government in exile. Where have that one happened before, if I may ask so? Anyway, group wants EKPA against plunging Igbos into another civil war. This one is coming from the same OHANAEZE Igbo and other groups in the southeast. Federal government, they don't leave everything where they do. All their attention now is being focused on P2B than the primary assignment they have been elected to do. It is every day now and then now. What do they call him? Lai Mohammed, the Minister of Culture and Tourism. He don't have any other thing again to do. Every day he must grant an interview, the marketing P2B. Every blessed day. And the DSS is out there. Maybe they are power that be. Like anyone that goes into power, the DSS is working for APC. It's not more working for Nigerians. So I don't even understand whether the APC is for Nigerians or against Nigerians. But whichever way it is. And there's a headline I saw this morning. APC and the INEC are forcing the court. They are now deciding what the court will do. Forcing them that they should discharge the petition of a P2B under that the petition have no merit. So now the APC and INEC now is the one telling the judiciary on what to do. Have you seen it that this country can never move forward and it can never, we have nowhere to go with this kind of mentality, with this kind of never do well people in office? My dear, we are heading nowhere. Drug trafficking, obedient youth releases sign language of Tinubu, $460,000 US for future case. More troubles ahead for APC. Have you seen the headline? APC and INEC ask court to nullify Obi's petition against Tinubu's victory on the ground that the petition have no merit. On our way done, in the merit call, merit ni. Give Senate President to Southeast to stop it to be an IPOB wave. Senators elect is Naso. Okay, this one a bribe I've been waiting to stop P2B. To stop P2B and IPOB wave. I don't understand. To stop P2B from going to court to demanding the outcome that brought this man to office. I don't understand how this our Igbo people reason. You can as well say give Senate President to the Southeast, maybe to stop the IPOB wave. APCs tell any aggrieved political party that not satisfied with the election to go to court. These same people have turned back again and begin to fight against those who go to court. Normally, if there is election, or if the election is concluded and the result was announced, the aggrieved don't have to take the laws into their hands. They only do what? go to court and seek for redress or the process that brought in that election result. And that is what exactly, that is what P2B do exactly. So now I don't understand. APC, INEC, almost everybody is calling them to nullify the petition. You people are the one that shouting, go to court, go to court. Till now, the APC and their presidential candidate have not responded to the petition from P2B. In other words, they cannot respond because they feel they own the Nigeria. Nigeria belongs to them. Yes, maybe according to the news yesterday, it means 5 days to expire. The 1 day to expire now. I have seen the headline now that the presidential select want to cancel the trip to London and Saudi Arabia and want to back to the nation. Then 1 day to go is the day that they will come now to respond, so that the court will adjourn it to God knows when, so that he will be sworn in as the president. God have mercy. These people are just using over 216 or 220 million people, using them to joke, using them to play kalokalo the way they like. Nobody can say anything concerning them. Nobody can. If you say anything now, they will come and arrest you. Whereby they will watch a lot of them out there making some derogatory statements, and no one scared to ask them why would they make such a comment. Nigeria, on our way done. So my good people, we are about to take off now. Please tighten your seatbelts, grab your popcorn, because this flight is what under Kwarapu now. The Apex Igbo Social Political Organization, OHANAEZE on Tuesday, stated that Biafra agitator Simon Ekpa is the greatest enemy of Ndibo for the last 200 years. The group urged the finance and Nigerian government to ensure that he is captured irrespective of if he is dead or alive, according to the group. That is OHANAEZE Ndibo. Speaking via a statement by its Secretary General Okechukwu Guzoro, OHANAEZE insisted that EKPA cannot force the Igbos into a civil war. They argued that EKPA is an enemy of Igbo nation, and they were in no way connected to him. They noted that if the Nigerian government keep ignoring the agitator will plunge Nigeria into another civil war. Isi Guzoro said OHANAEZE worldwide viewed with great distaste and condemnation the purported declaration by Simon Ekpa, the leader of EKPA Killer Squad, autopilot as a Biafran Prime Minister in exile. Indeed, this latest episode, an orchestrated attempt by the Finland-based Igbo enemy who has made himself a ready tool in the destruction of Ali Igbo, can only be blamed on his deliberate pampering by the Finnish and Nigerian government after detailed reports of heightening terrorism from his Finnish base, including report from a Finnish journalist who was in Enugu this February to personally interview families of victims of his terror attacks, which he boldly affirmed on Finnish television was presented to the Finnish government. Ndibo has rebutted the renounced in strong terms the formation of a purported Biafra government in exile by Simon Ifeanyi Njoku Ekpa, who is seen as the greatest enemy of Ndibo in the last 200 years and one of the most dangerous terrorists in Africa and operating from Finland. If the Nigerian government fails to check his ugly development, Ekpa's game plan is to plunge Nigeria into another undeserved civil war. Speaking further, OHANAEZE stated that Ekpa is the leader of the most dreadful killer squad in the southeast and should be captured either dead or alive. This one is coming from OHANAEZE Ndibo. Ndibo are now giving a standing order to capture Ekpa dead or alive. He must not be allowed to escape justice as the leader of the most dreadful killer squad in the southeast, whose sole aim is to destabilize the southeast with his satanic agenda of leading another civil war against Nigeria. For the avoidance of doubt, Ndibo can never be pushed into fighting another war, regardless of the provocations of Ekpa and his paymasters, who surprisingly are hurt by the ongoing fraternity existing between Igbo and their Yoruba siblings and are hell-bent on thwarting it, they added. This information is reaching you now through Uke Isiguzoro, the Secretary General of OHANAEZE Igbo. IPOB President Simon Ekpa declares self Prime Minister in exile, names his advisory council. Hey, voila, it be like bicycle. We are moving forward. Simon Ekpa, the self-styled discipline of disciple of leader of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has declared himself the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile. The controversial leader of factional pro-Biafra group IPOB Autopilot said in a statement earlier on Tuesday that he married the Biafra Prime Minister in a tough election held on April 8. He also set up a 16-man advisory committee of the Biafran Republic government in exile for positions including head of finance and deputy defense secretary, homeland liaison, diplomatic and foreign affairs ministry of health and the military. Others are oil and gas, education, information and media and communication, board of nursing, transport and logistics, department of planning and strategy, pharmacy and laboratory science, secretary of the World Igbo Union, coastal region orientation coordinator and the group secretary. Ekpa revealed that he would continue to act as the spokesman of the pro-Biafra agitators. This job I will do with everything in me, and to see that over 3 million children that were slaughtered by the Nigerian terrorist government didn't die in vain, he said. He added that more government departments will be activated and announced by April 17. So, my dear people, make gonna hear the names of those who have joined this Simon Ekperima in forming a government in exile. And their lists are below. Biafra Republic government in exile, Foreign Affairs Department, congratulatory message. Another here, all hail Biafra, according to the letter or congratulatory message. Biafrans, we are going home. Chukwuka Biama has destined and approved our liberation from Nigeria. Biafra people's disengagement is in segments. Each milestone we accomplished, we will keep you informed. Today, I wish to inform Biafrans that another milestone has been accomplished. Biafrans meet and elected some distinguished men and women of a proven character, diligence, and integrity to form the Biafra Republic government in exile. I wish to congratulate our newly elected Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, who has tirelessly been in trenches fighting for the liberation of Biafra and the Biafran people since the captivity of our Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Your unanimous election was not a surprise to us, who have watched your display of love and true patriotism to the Biafra liberation efforts and the clarion call for the Nigerian state to unconditionally release the innocent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We, the Biafran people, will give you our unalloyed and unflinching support to take us to the promised land, which is Biafra, according to the news. We equally congratulate our elected Biafra Republic government in exile officials. Their names are below, and I name them one after the other. One, head of finance is somebody by the name Mazi Ogechukwu Nkere. Then deputy head of finance, then come be Honorable Lady Azoka Charles Nwankwo. The same person, defense secretary, the same Honorable Lady Azoka Charles Nwankwo. One person holding two different offices. Homeland liaison, Dr. M.O. and Prof. C.O.N. Diplomatic and Foreign Affairs, Dr. Sam Ago Busim. Deputy Prof. Anthony Nwanebu Ike Nwabuko. Number 6 here is Coastal Region Orientation Coordinator, Madam Anejiro Josephine Eriwa. Number 7 here is a group secretary, Victor Adim and Dr. Ruby Nnadi. Department of Planning and Strategy. This is Paul. The name is Paul Adinam. Information, Media and Communication, Dr. Florence Agie and Mazirafu Chiamaka Ajere. Number 10, we have here is Secretary to the World Igbo Union, Madam May Ndereka. Number 11 here is Military, Prof. Anthony Nwanne Buike, the same thing in Wabuko, and Mazi Solomon Nkwocha. One person is holding two different offices. Okay, I don't plan and finish. How to liquidate Biafran and their resources. Ministry of Health, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, Dr. Ofoma, Dr. Sam, and Dr. Mora. Education, Dr. Ruben Nade. Then number 14 is going to be the oil and gas, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze and the Mother Abum. This Ngozi Orabueze, this one is the third time that she's appearing. On our way done, I don't plan how to liquidate the resources of the Biafran and the Igbo in general. Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Foreign Affairs Department. Number 15, Board of Nursing, Dr. Benedict and Dr. Florence Aje, second time. Transport and Logistics, AMOBN. We congratulate you all. We believe in you. We trust you. We recognize your legitimacy and we support your government as you represent Biafra people on the diplomatic circles to advocate and navigate on issues of Biafra interest. We call on the international community to recognize this government and accord its officials due privileges their levels of office deserve. Long live Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Long live Mazi Simon Ekpa. Long live the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. Long live Biafra. This letter is signed by Advisory Committee, Biafra Republic Government in Exile. Under the Yaram, so now we don't have Biafra government, not in Nigeria, but in exile. I laugh in Spanish. According to my good people, say I laugh in Spanish. So my good people, another headline here. Federal government, I love everything, all the problems we are facing, all the insecurity. All the attention now is being focused on P2B, waiting for him to make any single statement so that they will get him arrested and put Nigeria into confusion. So my good people, let me drink small water. I'll be right back to continue with the news. We are moving forward. The Labour Party has condemned the federal government for abandoning its primary duty to focus on the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, P2B. According to the news, according to Labour Party, it is disappointing that the federal government have failed to protect the lives and property of the Nigerians, but rather they focus on one person. The spokesman for the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council, Yanu Satanku, in an interview with Vanguard, accused the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, of going around with taxpayers' money to lie to the international community about the election, and that is the simple truth. He said, we are disappointed but not surprised that the federal government, which has failed in its primary responsibility of securing the lives and property of Nigerians across this country, has made Obi bashing a top priority simply because Obi went to court to challenge the mandate given to, given to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. As for Mr. Lai Mohammed, it is unfortunate that a minister who has all the time to use his office to pressure the National Communications Commission to slam a 5 million naira fine on channel television for performing its constitutional role is now asking your candidate to play a script written by All Progressive Congress to divert attention from the ongoing challenge to our stolen mandate. One may ask at this point, is he also part of the plot to justify the unjustifiable electoral fraud? How come the minister is now using taxpayers' funds for global trotters to lie to the international community about the shame of an election? And that is the problem we are having in Nigeria. Somebody who is still a serving minister of information and culture have forgotten everything they have to do, use our taxpayers' money that we are paying him, traveling all over the world just to lie against presidential candidate of another party, of another political party that is not APC, which he is doing. What he is doing is against the law of the land, and no one dare cause him for questioning. Every day Lai Mohammed must appear on a national TV to say one thing or the other, either against the Labour Party or against Obedient or against P2B. He should be ashamed of himself that he has been put in a position to play the role of an advocate for INEC. The INEC claimed there was a glitch while it attempted to upload the result of the presidential election, but typical Mr. Lai Mohammed is going around the world telling that INEC deliberately refused to upload the result on its IRV portal. That means you have a ulterior motive. You are even using your hand to complicate the issues for INEC. Going on international to say that INEC refused to upload, even when INEC chairman go to the Chatham House in London, assuring the whole Nigerians and the whole world that election must surely transmit. It must, not under probability, that it must be transmitted right from the polling unit. Now, you are going around telling us another different thing, and the INEC chairman is here in Nigeria telling us there's technical glitches. Which that those technical glitches have not been made available to us till date. Even most of the results, for since how many months that have been that the election, the presidential election have been concluded, till now, most of the results are still maybe missing in RFV INEC portal. Nigerians, on our way done. The minister owed himself and Nigerians a duty to find and expose the source of the so-called leaked audio, which was doctored to suit a narrative capable of creating chaos in the polity. Drug trafficking, Obedient Youth releases sign language of Tinubu, $460,000 US for future case. The Nigerian youths have released sign language interpretation of how Nigerian President-elect Bola Tinubu surrendered $460,000 to the United States government in 1994 over alleged drug trafficking offenses. This comes after Biafra, an online web service and app that provides people with random facts across the globe, shared certified true copies of court documents supporting the claim that Tinubu may have been involved in a white heroin trafficking network which operated in Chicago and some parts of Indiana and led by one Adeboyaga Moez Akande between 1988 and 1993. The post, which was shared on Monday, generated series of reactions on social media about the alleged drug dealing background and allegations against Tinubu, which it brought to the forefront of a public discussion again. Some Obedience youths went as far as interpreting the case shared by the online platform in various local languages with the latest interpretation in sign language. You can see that as well. If you like, you can watch the video at nigerianews.com and other news platforms. Meanwhile, Biafra wrote in the attached court documents and posted on its Twitter handle at Biafra that in 1993, Bola Tinubu surrendered $460,000 to the United States government after a Chicago court found the income came from heroin trafficking. The service, which was developed by Chris Sanchez, received the facts through research from books, science articles, the news, and more. And the platform has 13.5 million followers. APC, on our way down. APC, INEC have asked court to nullify Obi's petition against Tinubu. Is that why you people don't want to respond? INEC and the APC. The All Progressive Congress, APC, and the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, on Monday submitted that the petition filed by the Labour Party presidential candidate P2B before the election tribunal lacks merit. APC and the commission charged the election tribunal to dismiss Obi's petition, adding that it is a waste of time. Labour Party and Obi are challenging the victory of President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu in February 25th of 2023 presidential elections. They are challenging Tinubu's victory on grounds of alleged non-qualification and non-compliance, among others. APC and INEC, in their separate responses filed before the Presidential Election Petition Court on Monday, all they called to dismiss the petition for being unmeritorious or meritorious. You ask people to go to court. Now you turn around and tell them that their petition have no merit. So in the first place, you want them to be wasting the time of the court and also their own time of going to court. Then what is the need of telling them go to court if you think the election is not free? And APC have been long shouting, go to court, go to court, go to court. Now they have gone to court. You have also run to the same court. Instead of responding to the petition, you are running there to tell them to nullify the petition. I thought INEC released 3 billion naira, 300 billion naira to hire sons that will fight against P2B. So you people have seen now that you are losing the election and you are losing the court case. You now want the court, the tribunal to nullify the petition. On our way down, APC in its response filed the petition PEPC Secretariat in Abuja by Thomas Ojo, a member of the party's legal team led by Lateef Fagbemi-San, faulted the petition on many grounds. Among APC's grounds for challenging the competence of the petition are that Obi was not a valid member of the Labour Party at the time of the election and the exclusion of Atiku Abubakar and his party as party to the petition, among others. On Obi's claim to being a member of the Labour Party, the APC argued that he was a member of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) until May 24 of 2022, when he was screened as the party's presidential aspirant in April of 2023. The APC stated that Obi participated in PDP's screening exercise and was declared to contest the presidential election as an aspirant. It added the faith petitioner Obi purportedly resigned his membership of the People's Democratic Party on 24th May of 2022 to purportedly join the second petitioner, Labour Party, on the 27th May of 2022. The second petitioner conducted his presidential primary on 30th May of 2022, which purportedly produced the first petitioner as his candidate, which time contravened Section 77, subsection 3 of the Electoral Act for him to contest the primary election as a member of second petitioner. The first petitioner was not a member of the second petitioner as at the time of his alleged sponsorship. Whereas, by the mandatory provision of Section 77, subsection 1 and subsection 2 and 3 of the Electoral Act 2022, a political party shall maintain a register and shall make such register available to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) not later than 30 days before the date fixed for the party primaries, congress, and convention. All the presidential candidates of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) were screened on 29th April of 2022, an exercise in which the first petitioner herein participated and was declared to contest while being a member of the party. The first petitioner herein resigned his membership of the PDP on Thursday, 26 May of 2022, and joined the Labour Party the following day, being 27th May of 2022. The second petitioner herein conducted his presidential primary on the 30th of May 2022, which produced the first petitioner as the candidate it intended to sponsor in the general election. By Section 77 of 3 of the Electoral Act 2022, the second petitioner is mandated to have submitted his comprehensive register of members to the first respondent INEC 30 days before its presidential primary. That is to say, the said register of members must have been submitted to the first respondent on or before 30th April of 2022. The first petitioner of the 30th April of 2022 was still a member of PDP, and his name was not and could not have been in the register of members submitted by the second petitioner to the first respondent, as it ought to be. The APC, on the non-inclusion of Atiku, wondered why Obi and his party excluded the PDP and his candidate from their petition, having admitted that the PDP candidate came second in the election. It added that it would amount to a breach of Atiku's right to a fair hearing should the court grant Obi's relief to declare him the winner and avoid Atiku's vote without hearing him. INEC argued that as against the claim by Obi and his party, it conducted the election in full compliance with the relevant laws and challenges the petition to prove the contrary. And that is what they are doing in court. So this one they are saying you need to nullify because But your own vice presidential candidate was nominated, even as a serving senator, some days before he retired. He resigned his office as a serving senator. So that one now is not an offense, right? If you disqualify P2B, that means you have to also disqualify what do they call it? The All Progressive Congress. Give Senate President to Southeast to stop P2B. IPOB wave. Senators elect is now so according to them. Senator elect for Imo West Senatorial District and aspirant for Senate President Osita is now so has called on All Progressive Congress APC to zone the position to the southeast. Nigeria report that if the position is zoned to the region, the former national organizing secretary of the APC will battle against Senate Chief Whip Odi Uzokalo and the rest of them. Addressing journalists on Monday, Izanaso stated that he is the most qualified to occupy the office of the Senate President and the most ranking senator for the South. He urged the ruling APC to zone the South presidency to the southeast to give the region a sense of belonging. According to the APC chieftain, giving the nation's number 3 positions to the southeast will go a long way in stopping the P2B and the indigenous people of Biafra wave, according to Osita Isnaso. He said the imperative of political inclusiveness and arresting the agitation for Biafra in the southeast, especially among the young people who have been misled into the nefarious activities by IPOB and ESN, support the zoning of the Senate President to the southeast. It is politically wise to stop the OB and the IPOB and ESN wave in the southeast, and the best way to achieve this is to have a man from the region in the top 3 political positions and an order of protocols in Nigeria, according to Osita. What do they call him? Osita Inhenacho Abi Osita Isnaso. Osita Isnaso. That is exactly what he said, though. He's not dragging simply because he has the interest of the Southeast at heart, simply because he wants them to name him the Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to be the number 3rd man, according to him. Well, my people, I don't know what you are thinking, but whatever you are thinking, please drop it at the comment section, because we are moving forward. Then we have the last year but not the least. APC members calling for Christian Senate President are hypocrites. This is a comment from the PDP spokesperson Daniel Boala. The spokesman for the Atiku Okowa Presidential Campaign Organization, Daniel Boala, has said Christians in the All Progressive Congress APC demanding that the Senate President must be a Christian are hypocrites. In a series of tweets via his verified Twitter account on Tuesday, Boala said it is shocking that the Christians in APC who said the Muslim ticket didn't matter during the presidential campaign are now calling for a Christian Senate President. Yes, so what is good for the goose is also good for the gander. So if you support the Muslim presidential candidate and the vice presidential candidate, then why not support the Muslim Senate President and also Muslim Speaker and the Deputy Speaker? Of course, what is good for the goose is good for the gander. The People's Democratic Party PDP chieftain stated that if religion didn't matter during the presidential campaign, it doesn't matter now in the Senate presidency campaign. Yes, we support to that. Boala said it was convenient for the APC to sacrifice northern minority Christians on a platter of convenience, but it is now an Islamic agenda if a Christian does not emerge as a Senate president. He wrote, "It is so shocking that my Christian brother in APC who said Muslim ticket didn't matter then are now saying Senate President must be a Christian. Textbook definition of hypocrisy. If it didn't matter then, it doesn't matter now." You understand? If it didn't matter then it doesn't matter now. It was convenient for them then to sacrifice northern minority Christians on a platter of convenience, but it is now an Islamic agenda if a Christian does not emerge as a Senate President. What makes you think your Christianity is more original than that of a minority Christian? It appears the music of equity, fairness, and justice is sweet in your mouth. It is equity, fairness, and justice for the Senate President to emerge from the Northwest, because they are not only missing in the power equation, but they helped in the rigged election of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, according to Daniel Bwala, the chieftain of the PDP. In any case, since the foundation ticket, Muslim ticket is 40, the structure of the foundation does not matter. Mutandis. Oh, this one, I beg you, I know if you bite my tongue, Daniel. All of them campaigning for the position from the south. We are the same persons who said religion didn't matter. Now the only campaign slogan in their mouth is religion. Then they said it was about winning formula. Okay, now we are saying it's about governing formulae. Yeah, according to Daniel Bwala. So my good people, please, I don't want to take much of your time. It's early morning of Wednesday. So I just want you to have a nice sleep. And as you're waking up, you're waking up to see this Ubonga news that I brought to you this early Wednesday morning, so that you can continue your day from there. And as you listen to it, please endeavor to share this, because a lot of people need to get a glimpse of what is happening, of what Simon EKPA is planning to brought before the Igbo land or the Biafran nation, or their plans, or whoever that is sending him. Well, I think they are because we can never fall for such tricks again. No more war and no more misunderstanding, no more bloodshed in the southeast or in the Nigeria at large. So what we want is a pretty peaceful, and everything have to do what have to be in a peaceful means. Nothing can be achieved with violence. Violence can never help us achieve anything. So my good people of Biafra, the lovers of freedom and the lovers of mankind, and those people who are still following Simon EKPA, because a word is enough for the wise. Have a nice day, my people. Enjoy your day. And may the Almighty, the Blessed One, bless you all, the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Please enjoy your day. I'll be right back with another blockbuster broadcast. Thank you so much for listening. Bye for now. Okay, Messiano.